have too much to talk about. So, hey, look, we're live. Now let's see how quickly we can burn through our topics.
People died.
Hi, we're live. People died. Oh.
People died. A guy's getting incarcerated entirely because he taught his pug how to do his Sieg Heil, and PUBG is now on the Android phones. We're live. Welcome to the Three Nerds Podcast.
Hey, it's hey, we've covered most of the topics. Let's go ahead and go now. Bye.
Yep, see ya. All right.
So where do we want to start with this?
People died.
So start with the Austin bomber, or start with the school shooting?
Yes.
Both of them are horrible. Let's just get them out of the way right now. It's better to bring stuff up than down. And also, I know nothing about this, so educate me.
If we could start with the Austin. Oh, there's a school shooting that I can't remember where it was, but essentially the person got stopped by the he did shoot a girl before he got stopped by the school's by the officer that was at the school. Can't remember what they're called.
SRO,
Security.
Student resource officer.
That
Murderer. Well, anti-murderer. There's not a joke there. Keep going.
There's been a lot of people trying to twist that around to use that as fuel for stuff. Specifically the fact that because the shooting was stopped so quickly by the resource officer, there were people who so especially some right-wing people who were throwing a fit that it wasn't being so heavily reported on the news and like broadcasted everywhere because it wasn't like a massive tragedy.
I mean, it's not a massive tragedy. It's still a tragedy, but there's a difference between one person getting shot and the Twin Towers falling down. So, I just thought you were going to say, like, people are saying, oh, it was framed because someone reacted so quickly. Like, oh, no, someone did their fucking job.
Right?
You know, I can't help but agree with that a little bit, though, because with so many different school shootings that we've had where stuff has just been nothing but bad to worse, if not completely destructive, this is the first time that something good's actually happened from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually got stopped. It actually got dealt with, and the person was captured long before. I mean, one person got shot, but long before the like full spectrum of the tragedy actually happened. Like, it doesn't hurt to report good news some of the time.
Well, like the problem is like when like the Florida shooting happened, they were criticizing the news outlets of like, you know, the bodies aren't even cold yet, and you're already reporting on this. And then they were reporting on this before anything had been done, and like not even all the information's out. So they basically they complained about something happening, and then with this one, they did what they complained about.
Mm-hmm. Naturally. But then again, you always have the people who are upset because something wasn't done correctly, and then people get upset with stuff that gets done correctly. That's just how people are.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be laughing right now.
I know. Anyways, so yeah, it was nice that the officer was there and acted quickly. It's nice that things got taken care of so quickly, so well, so everything. Like, bravo. Okay then.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good to see that it was actually taken care of. But on the flip side, professional segue.
Yeah.
There was a bombing.
There was multiple bombings over the course of the week.
There were specifically multiple bombings, but there was one that was the one that rose the attention was definitely the loudest.
Are you talking about the one that that ended a criminal's career?
Yes.
The police chase with an explosive ending?
Mm-hmm. See, that person did the right thing. They blew themselves up instead of everyone else. I'm trying to be aggressive on like an hour's sleep.
Yeah. Well, basically, they tracked him down. They managed to try to figure out who he was, and they were trying to follow him to so they could actually try to make a good arrest. And when they closed in on him with the SWAT team, he blew himself up. One of the SWAT members got blown back, but so far it seems like only the person in the vehicle died.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good.
It's a shame that that's the good news.
Hey, no. The good news is the SWAT member didn't get hurt, didn't die. I don't know how if they like suffered any injuries from getting blown back, but they didn't die.
Well, okay, so there's two good newses. You know, the bad news being that there was definitely another bomb that's been placed into the world. But
there's one less car on the street, so global warming is being slowed.
Rest in peace, Ford Festiva, whatever the fuck it was. Rest in peace. But unfortunately, that's not the only bomb that we've had to technically deal with. Because who was it? FedEx?
Uh-huh.
They're the great interceptors of a bomb.
Yeah,
and
one blew up in their facilities.
Yeah, one blew up, and then they were like it. It's difficult to say that there was another one because there's so much like wire crossing when it comes to the actual context of whether or not there was a second one. But we know there was at least one that did blow up in their facility.
Mm-hmm.
And I am trying to find information on it because all I know from it is the mention of it on Phil DeFranco. On the DeFranco show.
Fill up, DeFranco.
But Phil DeFranco doesn't even use that theme song anymore.
He uses it over on his second channel.
Well, he needs to stop. But yes, on March 20th there was a splody boom that happened over in.
I'm sorry. Call again what you called it.
A splody boom?
Yes.
No splody booms on our American territory, y'all. But it did explode. I don't remember. Did anyone actually get super duper hurt? There was one person in there, but I don't see anything too horrid that came from this, other than the fact that there was a fucking bomb in a building. But that's par for the course right now. What is it? 4 bombs that are being dealt with right now, or some odd?
I think it was a total of 4.
Well, hopefully there's less as we go on.
There is a chance that there could be more out there, but yeah.
Well, it's not like we're not going to find out, but hopefully we don't find out in the worst ways.
Yeah. Find out that he had an accomplice. That would suck.
Well, it definitely can't be him anymore, at least.
True.
But anyways, We talked about that awful pile of shit. What else was there? Why am I not remembering? I know something that got announced yesterday, WWE style, but we can leave that for whenever we run out of things to talk about.
Like now? No, it's not out of things to talk about.
We're always out of things to talk about.
Your face is out of things to talk about.
You're right. I have something I can mention on a personal level.
Okay.
I managed to think that yesterday was going to be the day. I was going to at least like have my first adult beverage, so I purchased some of what my mother used to purchase, which was some white Zinfandel wine. And so I came home, I cracked it open, and well, I say cracked it open. First of all, it's fucking wine. You don't crack wine open. But
I cracked open a wine.
I cracked open a wine right after I pulled the cork on my beer. But I went ahead and I poured a little bit out, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be my first thing. I'm just gonna have a taste test. So I took a quick drink and realized that my mother must have been in legitimate fucking pain, because that's the worst fucking shit I've stuck in my mouth in a long time. And
There's a dick joke in there somewhere.
There's a dick joke all up in it. There's more dick jokes in that than there are in most gay people. But the fact that, like, I don't know what's wrong with you son of bitches who drink alcohol. Holy shit.
Listen, dude.
I got pissed off, poured it in the toilet, and went to bed.
Babe, what is the vodka again?
I think it's a Smirnoff.
Like Coke cream, I think.
It's not coconut cream. It's like whipped.
It's like some whipped cream.
Like
vodka.
cream vodka.
Here, hold on. It's gonna turn into Christmas real quick. I'm trying to. Had to open the door for Nikita. I slammed it.
Whipped cream Smirnoff vodka that I get, and that mixed with Mountain Dew Midnight, it's pitch black. It's fucking delicious.
Oh, don't worry. It's going to be a long time before I purchase an alcoholic energy.
It doesn't do its job as an alcoholic beverage.
White Zinfandel, more like white shitfandel. Am I right, ladies?
Oh no! I'm a submissive masochist, so my boyfriend being mean to me is a bad
Shut up!
Tell him to go drink some white Zinfandel.
No comment from him.
Well, good. What happened was what I expected then.
Okay.
James, why are you laughing so hard?
That was out of nowhere. We're talking. And I just simply hear, I'm a submissive masochist.
Oh, shit.
Motherfucker. I swore I told you not to do it this time.
Yeah, not this time, as opposed to the other two.
It's like telling me, oh, if you want me to stop, I'm just doing this before. Like, I know my fucking sacred pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice. That wears
pineapple juice
because it wears down the density of molecular structures.
Watch your fingers, booty hole man.
That guy sounds like you really need some action.
Okay. So
someone just playing a drum set in the background too. That's cool.
Do we want to?
Watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Here it is. The video. Oh, the video was removed. Well, no one gets to talk on home.
Do we want to talk about the gay YouTuber who wants to beat up the other guy?
What?
Why are we talking? Why are Russ is not a topic for this YouTube shenanigan? I mean, we can. There's nothing stopping us from talking about him, but we can do that.
So, I was joking. I mean, we could talk about it, but there's not much there. It's just he's pissed at them. But we do have the what? Oh yeah, the Facebook's being sued, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Hashtag delete Facebook was trending. There was a whistleblower. That's exposing Facebook for what it's doing with the information they're gathering.
Specifically with Cambridge Analytica, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is causing Cambridge Analytica to be investigated. They're being investigated by multiple people. And everyone's like, we didn't do anything wrong. Facebook's like, we told them to delete that. And Cambridge is like, we did delete that, even though we didn't, but we did. And so now they're being like audited by both the UK and Facebook. And Facebook's in trouble. And oh gosh.
And Mark Zuckerberg is not saying a damn thing.
Oh, he might be being called up in front, called to Europe to answer for everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if that happens, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting called to before the U.S. too.
I mean, this is the biggest leak that I can.
It wasn't even a leak so much. I mean, like, they paid for the information and Facebook gave it to them, and then realized what they were using it for and asked them to delete it. And like, no, we won't help you anymore.
Yeah, like, I guess it's fair enough to not call it a leak, but the information was leaked. The information on what's being done has been leaked. I forget the guy's name.
Yeah, what's being done with the information was leaked more than the information itself.
Which is still a leak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is using the restroom, but we don't call it that.
Yes, we do. Going potty.
That was supposed to be a lot better than it ended up coming out, okay?
Just like going potty. But no, what's his name? It's like Wiley. I want to give credit where credit is due because this all like started from one guy. Christopher Wiley is the guy who just jumped up and said, "Hey, stuff's being done behind the scenes. Everyone, here's the information that's going around."
Yeah.
And just fucking buried everybody. So props to him. It took one guy to turn multiple companies like onto their asses.
Oh yeah. I mean, mind you, like I kind of feel a little bad for Facebook because really they wouldn't be in any trouble if Cambridge Analytica had done what they were what they had said. If when Facebook said delete the information, we're not associating with you anymore, if they'd actually done it, Facebook wouldn't be in any trouble because Facebook handled it well. But
we run into a problem where there's also a significant amount of trust that everyone had in Facebook that is now gone.
We all know that Facebook sells our information. That's how we make money. They make money. We are, just like to Google, we are a product to Facebook. We are a product to Google.
Yes.
Google makes money selling our information and selling ads to us. For us to see. Facebook makes money by selling our information and showing us ads. It's the same concept. It's not the problem is that they should have done a little bit better research into who they were allowing to buy the information, but realistically the money, That's still their business model, is to sell information. You don't yell at Walmart for selling an axe to a murderer.
But what I'm trying to say here is digital information is not explicitly stated in, like, the sales of the actual information that's being sold is not explicitly stated. It gets handed to multiple different companies with multiple different values. You don't sell an axe to a murderer and then expect that murderer to sell multiple copies of the same axe for the same amount of money to different murderers. And by being so open with by being so close to who they sold it to, this being Cambridge Encyclopedia Dramatica, we run into this issue where we didn't know what it was being developed for, but we definitely know that the reach has been placed onto Cambridge Analytica because of how Facebook is modeled, and because of how easily they sell information. This definitely raises a red flag on who they could be selling it to and what information is being sold. Because with, most people don't read the TOS. Most people don't realize what Facebook is built off of. But the thing is, now they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the equivalent of, just this basic leak of a small amount of information. Like, I knew my stuff was being sold. That's why I don't post stupid shit on Facebook. But now people know, the ignorant people know, and now it's going to directly impact Facebook. What they should have done is not sell the information that they were. They could have retained it themselves or traded amongst these big first parties, developers like Google, Yahoo, different sects that are going to keep everything internal, but they're selling them to these third-party companies like the Cambridge Analytica, who focus on developing using just that information, and obviously someone didn't like it.
Looks like they're using that information for political stuff.
Yeah. They're using it to influence voting.
Mm-hmm.
And most people, obviously Facebook, if you look into Facebook and how they detail their stuff, they are very liberal. But there are also still a lot of conservatives on there who don't look at the liberal side of it all. But the voting influence, my brain's trying to wrap my head around this kind of stuff. The voting influence that everyone who was partaking in, I don't know, this sales of, 50 million users, information.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, what made a lot of people mad?
This is such a common thing on this fucking podcast.
What made people mad, the biggest thing that made people mad was that it was used for like Republican conservative campaigns and stuff. It was used for Ted Cruz, it was used for Donald Trump, it was used for stuff like that. And it's a British company that's helping with American politics, which is technically illegal.
I didn't know they were actually... Wait, Cambridge Analytica is based in Britain?
Well, they're owned by a parent. They're basically their parent company is British. Their headquarters for Cambridge Analytica is in the U.S., but their parent company is a British company. So I think they get away with it by putting offices in New York and saying their headquarters are in New York, even though their parent company is from the UK and they have offices in London.
But their headquarters is in London. Oh, they've really shot themselves in the foot here. I didn't realize that part of it.
Their headquarters are in New York City, but they also have.
Well,
their parent company's
the headquarters in New York City.
Oh. Oh, it is.
So it's. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's actually a situation going on here.
No, it's New York City, New York.
Thanks, Wikipedia. Wikipedia says the headquarters is in London on if you do the Google search, but I guess that's cached from something previous. But yeah, okay.
But yeah, they're a British company that has offices in the U.S. and work in U.S. politics, even though they're not supposed to.
Well, I remember what my point was going to be on the last one. I did when I was like actually typing through all this stuff. It's all moot. Never mind. It's actually illegal.
Well, we'll see how things go. They're under investigation by several people. Let's see what actually comes of this. Maybe by placing offices and doing things just right, they can pull something out of their ass and make it just okay.
There's a dick joke in there.
There always is.
Especially in the ass.
That's the best place for a dick joke.
I think Natalie's dead.
Sorry, I'm distracted by lots of things.
I can't believe Natalie's fucking dead.
Fuck, you don't get to steal her joke.
I get to steal her joke because I'm in calls with her all the time making them.
It makes me so jealous.
And I get to steal her joke because I'm a cis white male and I steal everything that I use.
Jane, I am like legitimately kind of jealous.
Oh, don't worry, don't worry. You should have heard the. I made a couple really bad jokes today, which before they went to start recording. It was great. I can't remember what got said, but I made a pun. Then she said something to Damien about the fact of, based off of what he said, she's like, maybe she should just detransition. I just immediately said, would that make you a transformer? Thank you. This is like my default setting.
This is a small clap.
Wow, she left.
Oh, that was. What did you do? Oh, she's back.
I knew that was bad, but fuck.
Yes.
See, what you don't know is she's blocked me now, so you're the only person who she can talk to. So we're gonna have to do this podcast like telephone style. I'm gonna talk to you, then you'll talk to her.
It's not about
Oh, so I have to relay everything. No, thank you, please.
Sorry. Anyways, yeah. They're under investigation from. They're under privacy concern investigations, Channel 4 News investigation. They're under like 4 separate investigations.
Even the news channel went fucking ape on this one. I'm aware that Channel 4 is a bigger issue than. I'm just gonna turn the mic away.
Your face is a bigger issue.
My face is an issue.
What's going on? Who's moving their mic?
Definitely not me.
Please stop.
I wasn't actually doing it before, but then I started doing it just to fuck with you.
Okay.
People don't understand how good these headphones are. I'm used to these piece of shit ones.
Oh, so you're saying that this actually sounds pretty ridiculous right now? Here, Let me just make myself a muffled piece of shit. It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow. It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow.
Every day we stray further and further from God's light.
Okay, he makes you go.
Every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow.
Can I move my mic now?
Yes.
I'll stop. I'm actually knocking shit over on the desk, so
Well,
I need to stop.
Don't knock shit over. If you're gonna do something with shit, at least use the restroom first. Shit, come on.
At least use it for lube. Being very resourceful. You know, money in, money out.
Ew! Ew! God damn you! What the fuck is wrong with you?
What isn't wrong with me? Maybe I'm still drunk. I got drunk off of a sip of wine and it's still here.
I'm gonna end up getting drunk up just because of this. Fuck.
Well, no, I didn't know this was a fucking thing. They have a Mango Loco Monster?
Yeah.
Knock you up.
Where was I? Where was I?
Sitting right there currently.
I think that still had some monster in it. I have something to clean. But no, I go to Dollar General because we got a brand new one just like sitting there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna see what kind of energy drinks they have, and there's a fucking mango one. Really?
Nifty. This is screwing with me because I've got the stream open instead of the Hangout call open, so I'm watching this in delay. So I'm seeing you talk out of sync and completely out of time.
Wait,
Okay.
we're off track. It's fun.
That seems pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Mango Monster. I don't think I'd drink it, but then again, like I was just drinking this, so.
Oh, nice.
I like Nos. What can I say?
Nos is okay.
So Domino's wants to take back a YouTuber's car. How much of that do you know about?
What?
I
None.
There.
What?
absolutely none. Nothing.
Okay. So there.
Yeah, the fuck is that?
So there was a YouTuber who bought a old.
The YouTuber's dead.
Can't believe the YouTuber's fucking dead.
Continue.
Oh, I see. When you two make you laugh, but when
I'm laughing. Here, say it again, Natalie. Say it again.
I can't believe YouTuber's fucking dead.
I hate both of you so much.
Ow!
Hi, Jay.
Fucking hell! Ow!
That was a little loud.
Yes! Fuck! Ow! Anyways,
Fuck you, Rocky.
there's a YouTuber. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he basically he basically bought a totaled Domino's car that had an oven in it, that one of the warmer ovens or whatever
Holy shit.
in the back.
Yeah.
And he refurbished the whole thing, got it back up to fully operational, like it's as good as new.
Mm-hmm.
Domino's then basically did a cease and desist, and they're like, look, we'll either cover up, strip the oven out, and cover up all of our, remove anything that associates that car with us, or you have to return the car to us.
No.
I wasn't paying attention.
That
Don't repeat it just because I wasn't paying attention, but don't expect me to answer because I wasn't paying attention.
that's not how that works.
Well,
Oh.
that's what he's trying. That's what they're trying to do, and they're talking about taking him to court for it.
Chicken dinner.
Right now, he's still trying to work out how to keep it
I could do fire.
because he basically like he restores cars. That's what his YouTube channel is him being is he restores cars.
Yeah, but the big thing, I'm confused. Like he bought it with it in there, right?
Yes,
How did it become available for purchase?
it was totaled.
Look up.
But they could have also scrapped the entire thing.
But they didn't.
And so he purchased it for the contents inside.
Yes.
So they can't do shit about it.
But they are.
They can't. That's the equivalent of going to buy something at a pawn shop and then that's like going to buy a Fender guitar that's been modified by Fender. Someone like abuses it a little bit, throws it at the pawn shop, then you buy it, and then Fender says, "Hey, we need that guitar back."
Basically, all his YouTube channel is buying buying totaled vehicles, rebuilding them, and selling them.
This is fucking bogus.
And so he bought a Domino's vehicle. He's bought two. He bought two, but one caught on fire. The other one they're wanting to take from him.
Well, why don't they take the one that caught on fire?
Because that one had no logos on it.
Take the logos off. That's it.
They'd already taken the logos and everything off the other one. They want to do that to the main one now.
Take the logos off. Keep the fucking that oven is part of the car. That Chevy, I looked it up. That Chevy Spark is his. And everything in it is his. Take the logos off all you want, but the contents were there. Like, you can't do that. And if they do that, then holy shit, we're just as bad as the Count Dankula situation.
Want to talk about that now?
I guess that can work as a segue, or I can say, talk about that next.
Okay.
No, there's no game.
So the big thing is like, where trademark comes in, he can restore that, take it to car shows. That's fine. He can drive it around probably, and it would be okay, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So long as he didn't go like trying to deliver pizzas in it.
Well, to be entirely fair, it is his vehicle. If he takes the logos off,
If he takes the logos off, yes.
take the fucking logos off.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
That's what I would have done.
Or make a generic standalone logo. Like, you know, get some stuff to recolor that Domino's light. You know, just stick like a red, make it into a red brick or something, like, and then take off the out for delivery, add some different colors in.
But see, that's what I would have done, is I would have just taken all the stuff off, taken all the logos off of it, painted the car solid white, taken the top delivery stuff off the top, and just had a white freaking car with a oven on the back. Then you would have no legal trouble.
Are you sure it's for gaming, or is it?
I'm just gonna go out of my way to start a company where car ovens are part of the thing. And this guy can have his pizza oven in the car.
Not compatible with gaming.
Hey, Lazrpo, how did you manage to get a pizza so hot and fresh, like so fast? Oh, I just made it in my car. I don't know. This whole situation seems silly.
Agreed.
You know what I love? When you go into Google and you look something up and you put it in quotes and the autocomplete doesn't have quotes, you're like, quotes.
Now, mind you, part of the problem is, and I don't know how much of this is because of, I don't know if this is because of the him being asked to take it down, or if this was before that, but all of his Domino's car videos perform way better than the rest of his videos.
And have fun doing it.
You know,
Put that shit on easy, nigga.
possibly. Also, don't say that word. But
What, Domino's or perform?
you didn't hear what happened in the background, did you?
No.
You know what? If this is all for views, I'm gonna be mad. That's upsetting.
Not really.
I mean, I'm in support of this guy keeping the vehicle, you know, doctor it up a bit so it looks less like a Domino's Spark. But if this is just to get subscribers his way, which is not working, he's only at like 126. What is it? Yeah, 156. Well, maybe it's working. Then I hope he has to give it back.
No, but it was like, oh, let's just.
I'm only worried about the middleman unless they're being fucked over, or if they're getting fucked over.
I was just looking at the views, and
It's past 800K, right?
yeah.
Yeah. If this winds up being a big old sham, then how dare him? If Domino's forces him to take his vehicle apart, then how dare they?
Fucking Buddha belly motherfucker.
Don't say that. That's a bad word.
I ain't got a fucking xenomorph head, motherfucker. Why the?
That's a bad word too. What are you doing?
It's funny because you can't hear a single word I'm saying, but
I can hear it all.
I don't know what we're talking about again. I'm sorry. I do this way too often.
because you're too busy talking about xenomorph heads.
No, it's my boyfriend. He's playing. What are you playing?
Hockey and Rocky 2.
Whatever that thing is.
Hockey and Rocky too.
Yep.
That's different.
But he plays weird fucking games.
I'm an old man and I play old man games.
Hey, I dig some Hockey and Rocky. That's a weird one.
Game.
But
It's the Grandpa's guitars. Back in my day, you could see the
You
pixels.
see what you started on? You happy now, lady?
Got it on that dick.
This is your fault, Jeff.
Just get it on.
Oh, ski, motherfucker. Oh, ski, goddamn.
is he just
Remember,
is he just always drunk?
Yes,
You
he
gotta
is
fucking
always
deal with
like
the
this.
other one.
Shit, I'd be.
And his friend is like the spitting image of him.
That means he looked like me when I spat.
Now just think for a minute, Jeff. I fell in love with one of these fuckers. Can you guess which one?
The blonde. She likes
I
blonde.
really do like blonde, but you're not blonde.
But-
You're ginger.
I'm kind of on the border.
He's strawberry blonde.
Oh my god, there are
He's a
two
little
of them.
strawberry shortcake.
Yes, they are.
So wait.
It was just a little strawberry shortcake. And they just come to show and eat them all up.
I don't know what I've started.
I mean, if you want, I can convince him to choke again. You can hear my moans.
No, you didn't need to convince
That
him
was
the
the
first
last
time.
time.
So
enough to do that right now. I'm
I'll
sorry.
get you some Viagra, bro.
That's a different kind of choking.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Count Dankula.
Stop! Stop!
So do we want to? Okay, we got.
No beating off right now.
Fucker. Shut up.
Do not.
I'm gonna fucking. I will throw things at you.
Are you gonna throw that pizza that you haven't been touching?
Maybe. You want it?
That my mom so lovingly cooked for you?
Do not try and guilt trip me like that. Fuck you.
His legs are chicken legs. He has drumstick legs. Like, legit, they're drumstick legs.
I want to be Rocky.
And then I'll be Pocky, bitch.
Furry.
So, what are you guys up to?
We're listening into the conversation and calling one of them out to being a furry for wanting to be Rocky.
No, that's actually me. I don't think it was a furry. Whoa, are you a furry? Good answer.
Someone just had to be the Tanuki.
It's a shame.
But
Probably it's like you grow a fucking beard.
the Count Dankula situation, how about that? Cash me outside, how about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that dank cow.
That's not funny. You literally just flipped the name around and took some of the letters out.
Can't mess with that.
Don't do that. It shows on your character. Stop. Filthy Frank is dead.
I just want to play.
What?
Yeah.
Filthy Frank is dead.
He's not dead. He just retired, pink guy.
Well, but Filthy Frank is dead. Filthy Frank's the character.
This just kind of
Yeah, somebody give me the pussy,
complicated.
please.
Complicated, not complimented.
Hamburger, please.
You see what you've got them started
Roast,
on?
please. I have a cancer.
I didn't start anything.
You did. You fucking brought up Filthy Frank.
And you repeated it.
Shut up.
But Ga-
What did I say?
Gamer from Mars posted a video that details the death of Filthy Frank.
Welcome to the rice fields,
I
motherfucker.
can't even hear the conversation.
Turn this.
Go play. No, I gotta play. I'm gonna play. No.
Turn the
play.
Hey, yo, nigga, I got a question. That yo, Elmo, you got some titties.
Laser, please help me.
He's
I wish
almost
I
done,
could.
though. Look at that shit. I'm about to put that in your asshole.
The
Wait, hey, hon,
What?
what would that sword look like if it was colored red?
Oh no.
And
That would be not.
I didn't know you lived in a frat house.
Yes, I fucking do. I live with 2 frat boys.
Hey, I take offense to that.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, she's not
Go,
wrong.
bro. Hey, go, bro. Go.
You PC, bro? You PC?
You're not PC, bro.
I mean, I've got a PC.
Don't come back, Jane. It hasn't gotten any easier.
Yeah, it hasn't. Honestly, I would not. I would understand and I would not mind if you asked me not to come to future recordings.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
kids
of
are
this.
in armor, don't he?
Did you do that?
But what I was mentioning was the Gamer from Mars released a new video called "The Death of Filthy Frank."
Mm-hmm.
And
I guess I did.
I don't know. I just seen it like when I was on my way to Dollar General earlier, but the entire like I don't agree with something that he mentions in there. It's almost like he ignores context, kind of like the Count Dankula thing, with the whole like messing with rats near the end, because
future, I can always not be like this when you're doing the recording. But in my defense, today was a rare opportunity to hang with my best friend, and I'm crippled right now.
I know.
Crippled.
I'm still listening to you. Yeah, it's back.
But I was listening to that, and it kind of matches up with the Count Dankula thing, because his opinion on Filthy Frank and the whole like situation with the rats is not too dissimilar to the whole like the whole comparing a dog doing a Nazi salute, you know, just as like a fun meme in a YouTube video, basically being Hitler, like. Because for those who don't know, the whole Count Dankula situation, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, he created a viral video where he was joking about and made his dog do a Nazi salute to piss off his girlfriend. Basically drawing the lines between the edginess and the cuteness of having a dog video, but also it being an anti-Semite. You know, it's funny. But around like 2.5 weeks later, he got arrested and he got tried for fucking, what was it? Hate speech. Stuff that makes me not want to go to Europe.
Well, you also have to understand that it's not only a different world there in Europe, but because it's a different world because of what has happened to them. So that Hitler stuff hits a little closer to home than it would to us.
Oh yeah, it definitely hits a little closer to home. Like, I'm definitely not disputing that. That was probably not the best for him to do, you know, since he's so close. But it was all a joke. And it was all in the spirit of just creating a viral video.
But there are also more fervent Nazi, like neo-Nazi groups there because it does hit closer to home. Like you may have a few neo-Nazi groups here, but I guarantee you they are not as dedicated. Oh my God! Will you shut the fuck up?
Well,
she's actually asking you to.
Yeah,
you can almost argue a similar thing with you know, YouTubers who argue the context of the use of the N-word on American soil. So it hasn't been an entire. Oh, it's been at least a year then. I was thinking it was a few years ago, but it's just been a year about. Maybe 2. But the whole situation basically is showing off the idea of contextual like jokes, and if edgy YouTubers can really do anything. Like, I understand that you probably shouldn't have made the joke. It was funny at the time. You know, it's one of those ha-ha scroll through Facebook funnies. But he finally went to trial. When was it? Yesterday? He finally went to trial yesterday, and
was convicted.
He was actually convicted of the crime, and now he's awaiting his sentencing. So this guy's going to potentially do jail time. In fact, almost guaranteed to do jail time because he made a funny video on the internet that didn't hurt anybody.
I get to turn into you.
So, you know, I can expect people to be offended by it, but the ruling itself is pretty ridiculous.
Hey, it's Krillin. What do you know? Fucking on the ground crying.
But I don't know. Personally, I don't feel like he should have gotten jail time over this.
I think at the most it would have been community service.
Or, heck, I think at the most maybe even a public apology. Like, this is something that's so minor on such a, Like it's on such a minor scale that it took, what was it? I think it's the leader of one of the of like the leader of some like Jewish liberation kind of thing to call him out on it, and that's what got him arrested. So it took essentially what was supposed to be just a silly joke and turned it into a hate speech, hate crime kind of situation, where a dog was raising its paw up to the phrase Sieg Heil. And it's just strange to me. Like I understand that it's supposed to be like silly.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that part of everything was just taken out of it.
Yeah.
But
well, it was like they missed the entire point of the joke.
Yeah, it wasn't trying to trivialize the death of 6 million Jews, and it wasn't trying to be like neo-Nazi propaganda. It was just a video to piss off his girlfriend. And here we are. We have a man who is now convicted of hate speech when, if anything, it was highlighting that it was bad. It was highlighting that Nazism is bad, and it was antagonizing it in the video.
Is that an enema? That's 200?
But,
or is it a douche? What is that? That's
you know, I guess that's just... Well, it's not just me. The internet's pretty upset about this.
Yeah.
Yo.
And it's also Britain, so, like, it shouldn't be this way, but it's kind of expected at this point.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of British YouTubers who are very, very next level offensive, but none of them have been called out. They didn't have a viral video to this like effect.
Can you break those
Yeah.
Oh well, we had one slight conclusion, and now we're just waiting for the second conclusion of this situation, which is that a man has to lose a specific section of his life behind bars purely because someone didn't like something he put on the internet.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on this topic.
You seem like you're getting a little bit aggravated at this point.
I'm pretty frustrated about the whole situation because I used to be on 4chan a lot, and it's safe to say that this would have been some of the most tame stuff on 4chan, and yet because the legal system got involved, it is officially like the worst thing. We have to dedicate time and pay lawyers and get the entire legal system involved because of a viral video that could have easily just been edited in post. In fact, I'm 99% sure it was. But here we are.
As someone who actually used to be part of a neo-Nazi group, I can tell you this shit just doesn't... You shouldn't be jailed for this. Some of the people I was with in that community should have absolutely gone to jail.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and where me and Jay live, we live out in the sticks. It's very common to see this kind of shit here.
But like, it's not even like just racist comments and stuff. The people I was with were on the verge of planning something.
Yeah. Like, this is from people who... The weirdest part about all this is if he would have just like put it on like another account, which it's not that big of a deal. So obviously it shouldn't be as big as it is. But if he would have put it on another account, he would have gotten scot-free. If he wouldn't have shown his face and he would have just posted the little segment of the dog raising its paw to a simple phrase, then holy shit, this wouldn't have been an issue. But anyway,
yeah,
this could have had a podcast dedicated like to itself, just talking about the context of all this shit. But anyway, Count Dankula, I support you, and so does basically the entire internet. We don't know what happened.
Sentencing happens next month, I believe, so we'll probably talk about it again then. I think he's looking anywhere from like 1 to 5 years.
1 to 5 years. Well, actually, I think the highest is 1. They initially went to 5 to raise the max sentence for him because of the criminal hate speech that was going on, but that was overruled by the judge.
I have to say
So we're looking at hopefully a maximum of 1 year, so that way it's not going to be 1 year. But obviously, I think they basically made it, like, tried to make it 5 just to basically hone in some severity to it, in an attempt to make sure that he at least gets the 1 year. But we'll see.
Now, I don't understand how European law works, but I went to the legal system for something unrelated, not going to get into it. And fucking, I couldn't get a job for years because of it. Because I was a minor, but they still put my name everywhere in my photo. So I had to move out of the state just to have a chance.
That's probably going to happen to him too. Because I'd be... Like, I don't know anything about European law myself, but I would be surprised if they don't have a database that shows what criminals have done what to who and how long ago it was. But
and mine was juvenile, so I can still vote and stuff. I don't know if this guy can or can't anymore.
Oh no, he's unfortunately, with how the sentencing goes, this will be brought up as a very strong hate speech attached to his name, and he probably won't be able to get anything substantial ever. But you'll be a hero on the internet. He has that to go for it.
He said hi, Alvin. He says he loves you too.
But oh well.
Yeah, quarter after sounds good.
Do we want a little bit? Well, it's more of just a visual rebrand so far. But they have updated. Their logo. It doesn't look like they're going to be using the Grump heads anymore, and it looks like they might have retired everything but just like the Dan and Ego Raptor stuff. So they're starting fresh. And the fans are definitely very split.
You okay, man?
Not easy.
Being cheesy?
And unfortunately, we don't have too much information. We just know that right now, we just know that the Grump heads have definitely been updated for the time being, and every thumbnail that didn't initially have a Grump head has like entirely different things, and people are actually missing the videos because they don't know what's going on. But that's as there's not really much good to talk about. I'm literally fishing.
French in the hell hurts.
But
I know.
oh, and they have a new Discord. Oh, that's a month old. Never mind. Never mind.
Thank you, Antonio.
Yeah. Is their Discord ever going to be as popular as Markiplier's?
Markiplier's isn't for as popular as Markiplier's is. Holy shit, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm in it, and I don't even bother.
Same here. It's at the very bottom of my list of Discords.
To be honest with you, I backed out of Breezy's meme Discord because it's just fucking.
Oh yeah.
It's way too much to focus on.
Markiplier's is so
Wait, her
low on
what?
Stick with it.
You backed out of her
Breezy's land of butts. Like,
yeah.
Oh, the one I'm allowed in. Yeah, it's a mess. The land of butts has definitely seen better days.
It feels stupid for a YouTuber to create a Discord that they're never even gonna like partake in. And like I understand why Mark and Breezy don't, because they are fucking busy. But like otherwise it's just a group of people who fucking watch Breezy. Sometimes they have similar interests, sometimes they don't.
Well, and especially with Breezy's, there's a big split in Breezy's.
What do you mean?
Well, there's people who haven't watched Breezy's channel in years, or have like spent money on the Discord server, not knowing exactly what they're getting into, and then you come in and it's just it's a lot to take in.
It's a wonderful place.
It is I'm looking at it right now. There's so much, so many like inside jokes that no one gets. I only know of them because of you, Jay. And there's just so many. There's so many people like there, and they're all in on jokes and stuff like that. And people have these, like we have the Lord of Butts, we have the Overseers, which is full of a bunch of cool people, and Jay.
Oh fuck you! That's it. That's it. I'm just gonna go make dinner now. Ass. I do need to go put food in the oven.
Well, then, should we just wrap it up here pretty soon?
Let me go get the ravioli put in the oven, and then I'll have 10 minutes before I have to pull it back out. So,
okay.
We can wrap up then. If you want to continue talking about that stuff.
Well, another thing I was like mentioning, like especially with Bree, having so many people who follow her, over 800,000, and nobody watches the channel. So then they get a video in the subscriptions, and they're just like, they're completely surprised, like after not watching her for 3 or 4 years, what's happened.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows like the landscape of the fandom combined with how big she actually is. And the same with Markiplier and like Jacksepticeye and all of them, you know, with like their big series that just went on forever. People get upset because that's not what they're doing anymore. And now we have this Patreon, which is getting the same issue. Now we're playing Pac-Man. But no, as it stands, I'm definitely still in Bree's Discord. But I'm just impressed that there's so much going on, yet so little going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And this all of a sudden isn't Pac-Man anymore. Well, it is, and it isn't. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Jay, it's your people. There's meowing.
God. Meow.
I don't know. I don't know how to end the conversation we were having because the monster is starting to really go into full gear really late, and
basically, if you're a YouTuber, fucking like take a day for your fans. Just like,
Well, and Bree, like Bree has, we've had time with her in the general chats.
She never comes into the gender support one though anymore.
No, she's pretty much handed that one over to Kara.
Yeah.
Which Kara is all but done with it, and Kara has basically said, like, Kara the other day, before she revamped it this last time and like brought you and a couple other people up into the mod team, she like had handed it over to me for like a week because she just wanted away from it.
Oh shit! I guess that makes you next in line, huh?
Congratulations.
So that's gonna be like 4 Discord servers you run?
Hey, Jay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and like start a Discord server just for the sole fact that I need someone else to help run it, and then I'll just drop it. So then you can take the reins of that one too. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Hmm? I get too real with shit, though.
Oh wait, there's another thing that we could talk about, and I'm checking it right now. Oh, it's still up.
Gotta get back to Stockman.
For those who are interested in gore, this is a slight update. The Watch People Die subreddit is not in danger like it was before, and they are actively working behind the scenes to stay within Reddit's content rules. So, shit, we could have talked about this. So for anyone who likes the Watch People Die subreddit, it's not in as much danger as it was before. They've updated the rules, and I guess that's cool. Long story short, someone committed suicide on a live stream, and someone uploaded it on to Watch People Die. It was the only source, and the news got a hold of the source, and Reddit got in a lot of trouble. So they were going to delete the subreddit, and now it's going to stay. There we go.
Not enough that it like destroys everything.
Oh yeah.
I would have shared that with you. I could get to it.
So that's good news if you like watching people die.
Yeah.
So you get to watch people explode, I guess.
For some reason, I thought that was.
Okay, bye.
What else am I supposed to fucking say?
Well, that was a good way to knock that out. Yeah. Well, I guess you want to wrap this up. This one, apart from a couple side tracks, went okay.
First of all, we're still alive. We're not supposed to talk about how well podcasts go before we get off. but also, sure, let's wrap it up.
I've been ArticJay. You can find me at youtube.com, ArticJay, twitter.com, ArticJay, twitch.tv, ArticJay. If all goes right, I will be live on Twitch tonight. That's the goal, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And I've got a video that I just need to finish up a couple edits on and pass over to you to see if you can help me come up with some audio for it.
I get to be a part of the thing?
And I'm also going to probably do a vlog to try and explain what all's going on.
Well, cool. We'll expect those updates soon.
Yeah.
Should I go next?
Yeah.
And my name is Lazrpo. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. Subscribe to r/WatchPeopleDie. And you can find me at youtube.com/Lazrpo, or you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/StickyTreason. That's STICKY_TREASON. I spelt the whole thing out this time, and I don't even know why. I have no quips. Subscribe to r/WatchPeopleDie.
Amazingly, I'm there, and I just hit subscribe.
I know you did not.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's right. You don't use Reddit. So you're just adding a tally. Okay.
Yes, I mean, like, hold on. I will even send you a screenshot.
I mean, I'm subscribed to it.
I-
And have been for over a year. But and also this has been the Three Nerds podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Three Nerds One channel. Spell out the one. Or you can find us on Twitter at Three Nerdcast. And that's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's shit.
All right, y'all have fun. I'll see you later.